In this video, we're going to look at bond energy calculations. During a chemical reaction, bonds between atoms in the reactants are broken and new bonds between atoms in the products are formed. Energy needs to be taken in to break bonds, so bond breaking is an endothermic process. Energy is released when new bonds are formed, so bond making is an exothermic process. Chemical bonds have a specific bond energy associated with them. A bond energy is the amount of energy needed to break the bond, or the amount of energy given out when a bond is formed. You must be able to use bond energies to calculate the overall energy change for a reaction. This example asks you to calculate the overall energy change for the combustion of methane. You will always be given a table with the bond energies in, and are usually given the displayed formula for the reactants and products. You need to determine the total energy taken in to break the bonds and the total energy released when new bonds are made. First, draw a line to separate your reactants and products. Then identify the bonds present in the reactants, which you can see in this case are a carbon-hydrogen bond and oxygen-oxygen double bond. Then identify how many of each bond you have and multiply that number by the bond energy. This is the step that most students do incorrectly, so it can be helpful to cross off the bonds as you count them. There are 4 carbon-hydrogen bonds, so we multiply 4 by 412 to give 1648. There are 2 molecules of oxygen, which means there are 2 oxygen-oxygen double bonds. Again, we can multiply this number by the bond energy in the table to give us 996. Add these values together to find the total energy taken in to break the bonds, which gives you 2644. This part of the calculation will score you 1 mark. Then do the same for the other side. As we can see, the bonds present are a carbon and oxygen double bond and a hydrogen-oxygen single bond. There are 2 carbon-oxygen bonds which we can cross off and multiply that by the bond energy 805, which gives 1610. And again, there are 2 molecules of water. Some students find it helpful to draw out the molecules fully so that they can see the total number of bonds. There are 4 oxygen-hydrogen bonds which again can be multiplied by the bond energy in the table to give 1856. As we did with the reactants, add these values together to give the total amount of energy released when the new bonds are formed, which gives you a value of 3466 and will score your 2nd mark. To calculate the overall energy change, the energy released is taken away from the energy taken in to give a value of minus 822 kilojoules per mole. This answer will score your final mark. In this case, we've achieved a negative answer. We previously said that if the overall energy change is negative, then the reaction is exothermic. So this reaction is exothermic. If the answer had been positive, then the reaction would be endothermic. More complicated examples will require you to identify multiple types of bond. Follow the same method we did in the previous example and start by dividing up your reactants and your products. Then identify the types of bond present in the reactants. Looking at the reactants, we can see the following bonds. Count the number of each type of bond considering the number of molecules present. Then multiply the number of bonds by the bond energy in the table. As we can see, we've got 6 carbon-hydrogen bonds, 2 carbon-oxygen bonds, 2 oxygen-hydrogen bonds, and 3 oxygen-oxygen double bonds. Add these values together to determine the total energy taken in to break the bonds, which gives us a value of 5410 kilojoules per mole and will score the 1st mark. Repeat this process for the product by first identifying the types of bonds you've got and the number of each bond. Then add these values together to work out the total energy released when these bonds are formed. This gives us a value of 6932 and scores your 2nd mark. To calculate the overall energy change, do your energy taken in minus your energy released, which gives us a value of minus 1522 kilojoules per mole and will score your final mark. Again, the reaction is exothermic because the overall energy change is negative. To summarise, each bond has a bond energy associated with it, which shows the amount of energy required to break it, or the amount of energy given out when it is formed. These can be used to calculate the overall energy change for a reaction. To do this, the energy given out when new bonds are formed is taken away from the energy taken in to break the bonds. If the overall energy change is positive, then the reaction is endothermic, and if it is negative, then the reaction is exothermic. Don't forget to check out all our other fantastic revision resources here at Save My Exams.